Welcome to Just One More Topic, the PlayStation Launch Special. I am Tridrachius,
And I am Tiborius.
and we're going to talk about a little thing called PlayStation 4.
Little
Because,
thing. Look, do you see the excitement here? Do you see just the glow? It's like a
uh,
pregnant woman. It's ridiculous. I'm having to put up with this all day. No, you're not pregnant. Yes, skinny son of a. Anyway,
I was gonna say I didn't know.
Tridrachius, the beloved, has
Yes.
brought us a PS4 that we've had up here at PJ Gamers all day, letting people come in and pay and play on it and check it out. And we are going to give you our initial thoughts on everything.
Well, there was a little bit of a mini heart attack that I had when we were setting it up. Apparently, the PS4 and a thing called Hodgepodge for
It's a streaming
streaming.
device. Those of you that do streaming or anything else know what we're talking about.
Well, apparently those two things they don't get along
Well, okay, they get
right now.
along. Hodgepodge has it figured out with both Microsoft and Sony. However, if you are trying to stream with Hodgepodge right now, like say through Twitch or whatever else, it's not going to work until February. However, they are in talks to try and step that up to maybe a December date. We'll see. So right now you're just stuck using the inherent stream of the PS4, which is really good.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
yeah, it uses Twitch and it uses Ustream. So the two, I guess, major streaming services you have access to.
Which we are on Twitch and TTC Rancor's page right now. Well, not right
Addicted
now.
Gaming.
Addicted Gaming. Thank you. Words. We are at
Yeah.
Addicted Gaming right now, streaming the PS4 launch, so you can see us be general jackasses and partaking in general buffoonery while playing the PS4 and testing some of the new stuff.
Yeah, which it's been kind of spotty throughout the day as Sony's been
Yeah.
coming in and out as far as fixing things, which, you called it server
Well,
problems.
yeah, I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, Tiborius, you're right." I'm not calling anything that's common sense dictates that there's
Yeah,
day one problems. It just does. Yeah, I will say the system itself is really quiet.
yes.
I mean, it functions beautifully. It does. It's very quiet. It's just very unassuming. The interface is still very reminiscent of the PS3, but it works a little better. With the whole line of like,
XMB.
that words.
Yeah. I like it. It's very responsive. It kind of melds the cross media bar or XMB from the PS3 and PSP with the live
I
area.
just got that. Go ahead.
With the live area that you see on the Vita, where when you're over a game, when you go, it has like this home page type thing, so you can see like downloadable content for it. You can see information about the game. You can you've got everything that you can want with that single game available right there in front of you instead of having to go digging for it. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's not as hard to find things on here. The system itself does seem to do better as far as auto detection of what you have plugged in or switching
Yes.
from Wi-Fi to LAN. You don't have to manually do those settings anymore.
Which is an interesting segue to stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can plug things in and it will bring up to the side, this device is not supported.
Yeah. Any y'all buy these? Sony's proprietary answer to like Turtle Beaches and all-in-one media device headphones. They're fantastic, by the way. I've sold several pairs. I used some for a while. I mean, built-in mic.
$100.
Yeah, $100. Actually, go ahead.
$100.
Yeah, good price for them. They are amazing. They're very comfortable.
Yes.
If you have a PS4, fuck you. They don't work.
Yeah, they don't.
Now,
You plug in the USB dongle and it says not supported.
I hope that's an oversight because these things really are amazing. And I mean, yeah, they're probably going to do the whole, hey, we've come out with a PS4 pair, and I can't blame them for that. But I mean, just for right now, there's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got that, as you put it, that wonderful mono earbud, which the thing functions fine and the chat works on it. It works like any basic cell phone headset. So, I mean, it's not crap, but it's not this.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Virtual 7.1 Dolby surround sound. That's what that's capable of doing.
In your cabeza.
You're not able to get that with a mono earbud.
Yeah, so hopefully that gets fixed. I mean, even if they were to discontinue them, but really, we're probably just going to have to wait till they come out with a PS4 version. Maybe they'll get rid of doing dongles perhaps.
Possibly.
Maybe they'll be with the Bluetooth, actually use the freaking Bluetooth pairing dongle free.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was saying that maybe Sony is looking at doing is just they're not wanting to support it at launch because of USB functionality.
Right.
Maybe they are just paranoid about what happened with the PS3.
So there's a glimmer of hope that maybe they're not just heartless bastards. But they also want to make money, so of course they're heartless bastards.
Yeah.
The other big thing that I noticed, at least initially, the store
Yes.
got a facelift ish, but it's still very much the PlayStation 3 store. It is still, and it's buggy and it lags a little bit. I mean, you said
Yeah.
it got better as it
Yeah.
went on, but man, I was hoping, and hopefully with updates it'll come, but for an overhaul, man, make that store something entertaining to look at. Like, well, okay, they're the way they portray Netflix on the PS3, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft actually just did an update to change it to that format because it looks pleasing. It looks good. It's easier to search around and stuff like that. That's what they need to do with their store.
Yeah, and for anyone who's been using the PlayStation Store on the PS3, it looks the same. It is almost 100% identical to what you see on the existing store right now.
And it just got darker.
So you can kind of see that maybe the PS3 was a guinea pig as far as let's see what happens. And if you use the store on the PS3, the PS4 handles it better than the PS3 does.
Well, now on to game. This is actually a twofer with Killzone, Shadowfall, and Warframe, which everything's backwards here. Remember?
Well, no, it focused on it.
Oh,
Wow.
ooh, fancy camera.
Wow, we are clearer now.
Yeah. Anyway, with that and Warframe, you
Now
actually
we're
got online,
Now we are. Okay.
right?
Yes.
How was that? Because I wasn't there to see that. So how was that portion of it?
Well, it was good up until apparently the server went down for maintenance, but
Because of course it did.
it didn't kick me out of the game, but everything stopped functioning besides shooting things. So then when I got out, it was like Sony Entertainment Network
But I mean,
down
the
for maintenance.
Matchmaking, anything like that, was it
was
pretty
fast.
smooth? Okay, that's good. Because that's one thing I really want to test out as we go. Because again, as we talked about, that's the big area. Warframe looks pretty cool. The other free game,
Resogun.
okay, man, that is like Defender meets Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's
Psychedelic.
fast paced. It's pretty cool. They just came out. What was it? Contrast. We haven't gotten to mess with it yet.
It's downloading now.
Now on the bigger titles, you saw Killzone. It looks fantastic. It plays well. It's NBA 2K14. I'm not saying any more than that. It's
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. The other game that we've been playing,
the
and we
one that's
actually-
probably taken most of our time.
Yeah, because it is actually kind of fun to just pass the controller around when you die, but it's also vibrant. Is a little game called Knack.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week
Focused.
about, it's cute and blah, blah, blah. No, it's actually a really good game. The mechanics of it are very simple, but it lends itself to that really fast-paced, you have to make split decision-making in combat because, like you said, you can die pretty quickly. We were trading the controller back and forth. I don't think we went 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is forgiving in the checkpoint system and all that, but it's I've been impressed with it so far. It is very vibrant. The enemy AI has been impressive.
Yes.
They learn.
They can be unrelenting.
Not excessively, but they do. I mean, they start doing new things. Like if you keep jumping at them, they adapt to that. So that out of this generation, I'm really looking forward to. What are we doing with AI? Screw graphics. What are we doing with making the games kick our ass?
Yes, because now the systems have so much processing power, and graphics can really not get too much better than this. So, I mean, obviously, towards the end of the console. But
I'm sure they can, but I mean, we're not chasing it as badly now.
Yeah, the jump from PS3 to PS4 graphically, not as impressive as going from PS2 to PS3.
Right. And, like I said, it's going to be here. Now, 2 to 4 years from now, it's going to be quite different.
Yeah. And, also when talking about the AI and just the games and the responsiveness and stuff, another thing does come to mind, the new controller.
It's wider apart, it's got longer handles, and the triggers actually curve up. So it's much better to deal with. You don't, it's none of this. It's actually pretty comfortable. And Microsoft confirmed it earlier, our sources tell us, that in fact, even if you don't like the controller, that's cool. Controllers are going to be cross-platform. Not the entire functionality, of course.
Yeah.
Like you won't be able to use the pad or the movement here on the Xbox. But
Right.
if you prefer the PS3 controller or PS4 controller, you could take that to the 360. Other way around, take it back.
Yeah. And supposedly you'll be able to use the DualShock 4 on an Xbox One. You just won't have like the haptic feedback with the trigger buttons. So
Which we haven't gotten to screw around with too much. So,
that's next week.
hey, I like it.
Yeah.
I can
So-
mess with you. I can mess with you. I can mess with you. Okay.
So post up your comments, your suggestions. If you got a PlayStation 4, did you run into the HDMI problem?
Where it sounds like a jet engine. If you didn't and you want to play one, come on down here tonight or tomorrow. We'll let you do it.
$5 for 30 minutes to be able to play around with Killzone, Knack, NBA 2K14, Contrast, Resogun, and
Basically,
Warframe.
every game that has already come out for it.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
All right, well, we are severely over time. So,
Yes. So, I am Tridrachius.
Tiborius.
We will talk to you guys Tuesday or later. Welcome to episode. Blah.
Just keep going.
Okay, editing. Welcome to just one more topic.
Do it again.
Yeah.